10 times Battlestar Galactica and Star Trek copied each other. The 2004 reimagined Battlestar Galactica and the Star Trek franchise have both left an indelible mark on the science fiction genre, pushing the boundaries of storytelling and challenging viewers to think critically about the human condition. These iconic franchises have explored complex themes of morality, ethics, and the nature of existence while delivering well-written characters and thought-provoking themes. They also share a lot of similarities, from themes to storylines. The connections between these two series run deeper than mere genre similarities. Ronald D. Moore, who wrote for both shows, is a key figure in both franchises and brought a unique perspective and style to them. His involvement in the fourth Star Trek show Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, and the reimagined version of Battlestar Galactica allowed for a cross-pollination of ideas and themes, resulting in a series of specific parallels between the two. As a senior writer on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, Ronald D. Moore was instrumental in exploring the themes of war and occupation, and the interaction between these circumstances and human nature. DS9's Bajor and Cardassia occupation works as a stand-in for several occupations in real human history, paving the way for Moore's penchant for historical allegory in Battlestar Galactica. Another authorial souvenir he carried from DS9, the BSG, was the predecessor to the reimagined Starbuck. To achieve this, he decided to make Starbuck and Apollo military call signs rather than given names, a change that made the Battlestar Galactica reboot better. Moore wanted to create a more grounded and realistic version of the original Starbuck character, played by Dirk Benedict. To achieve this, he decided to make Starbuck and Apollo military call signs rather than given names, a change that made the Battlestar Galactica reboot better. Moore drew inspiration from Kira Nerys, a strong and determined character from Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, for Starbuck's real name, Kara Thrace. This contributed to a more compelling and believable character. By grounding the characters in reality, Moore was able to explore the human consequences of war. BSG is renowned for its complex characters, moral dilemmas, and thrilling action sequences. In one of the most iconic sci-fi scenes in Battlestar Galactica, the Adama maneuver showcases the series' ability to blend tactical brilliance with high-stakes drama. To rescue the human colonists trapped on New Caprica, Commander Adama devises a daring plan. By sacrificing the Galactica, he lures the Silent Fleet away, allowing a squadron of Vipers to strike a decisive blow. This audacious move highlights the unwavering determination of the colonial fleet. However, the maneuver comes at a significant cost. The Galactica suffers substantial damage, not from atmospheric entry, but from the unexpected arrival of 4 silent base stars and their overwhelming firepower. Despite the risks, the Adama maneuver proves to be a critical turning point in the series, demonstrating the lengths to which the human survivors will go to ensure their survival. Star Trek characters have their own signature moves throughout the franchise, including Spock's Vulcan nerve pinch. When it comes to sci-fi legacies, Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica are two franchises that boldly went in oddly similar directions. Over the decades, they've borrowed, echoed, and flat-out copied elements from each other, sometimes in homage, sometimes in competition. It all started in the 70s. Battlestar Galactica debuted in 1978, a year after Star Wars mania gripped the world, but its true sci-fi sibling was Star Trek. Glenn A. Larson's spacefaring epic borrowed Trek's idea of a central starship crew facing moral dilemmas among the stars. The Colonial Vipers basically upgraded Federation shuttles with a hot rod twist. Meanwhile, Star Trek: The Next Generation returned in 1987 with a sleeker look that suddenly made its starship hallways feel a lot like Galactica's stark militarism. And let's not ignore the enemy parallels. The Cylons, robotic beings seeking humanity's destruction, clearly influenced TNG's Borg, right down to the glowing eyes and cold logic.